It's the Stack Attack Fantasy Podcast, your one-stop shop to dominate fantasy baseball and football. Come get some.
And we're live. It's the Stack Attack Fantasy Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Trella, and if you're new to the show, welcome. Today's our first time recording live as part of the Fantasy Six-Pack family of podcasts, but episode number 38 overall, and we're super excited for this opportunity. I can't tell you how many Red Bulls were consumed preparing for this today. Hopefully we don't lose too many followers once you guys see what our ugly mugs actually look like in real life. But we're going to bring the goods for you. We have a total of over 50 years of fantasy experience in both baseball, football, everything else, golf, you name it. And we're bringing it to you live and in person. Okay? We're representing the TGFBI. We got bids in the Scott Fish Bowl. We're ready to bring it for you, my friends. But first, introduce the Real Star Show. My brother from another mother, Trader Andy. What's up, bro? How you doing up in the top left corner?
What's up, bro? How we doing? Too many Red Bulls tonight, but I'm ready to roll. How's everything going?
All right.
And for those that are listening,
I'm good.
What's up? What's up?
We actually have somebody answering your change. So, Mr. Joe from Staten Island says he's doing well. All right. So, let's keep it moving. So. What's this I hear? You're telling me that that Little Mac is canceling us already, huh?
Well, he put a lot of pressure on us. He said that if we didn't bring good information, he was going to cancel us. So we have to be really good. And as in his words, say, like and subscribe.
How old is he? He's going to be 5, right?
Yeah, next month. You guys will be there.
Yep, and he calls me Pookie. I love it.
That's awesome.
All right, in the top right corner, flanking Mr. Trader Andy, is the Greek god of mock who graces us with his presence. It's Mr. Nick Mimi. How you doing, my brother?
What's up, bro? What's going on?
Not too much. So you got a little daughter. Is she canceling us too?
I have a daughter. She's in the terrible twos. She has now began talking back and making up stories about me to my wife.
Wow.
Just easy. So we celebrate the Greek Easter because I'm Greek. And I'm going to my mom's. No problem. We get there. My wife goes, listen, are you doing an Easter egg hunt? No M&Ms. She's going for her nap. Very shortly after you get there, no M&Ms. Yeah, all right, no problem. Sure, no problem. She goes, I saw the M&Ms on your mom's counter. It's not happening. She has M&Ms. No problem. It's great. My wife goes there immediately. What did daddy give you? M&Ms. Oh, really? I had the blue M&Ms. So she's a little rat. So she's not canceled. She's just going to rat me out for everything.
And let me tell you, the terrible twos last for a long time. My son's still in them. He's almost 5.
She's 2 going on 16. She's a shoe obsession. My pockets are done. But it's good. It's awesome.
All right. So for any of our first-time listeners now, well, actually viewers, wow, look at that. You're looking at us. We do football, we do baseball, we do it 52 weeks a year. We keep it real, okay? But today we're going to be talking about baseball, all right? Start off, we do a thing called victory laps, crash and burn. Got a rant. So I'm going to start off with Nick. 3 laps you'd like to take to start off the show.
Big lap I'd love to take. I got 2 players. I touted them all off season. Cedric Mullins and Nate Lowe. Both in our home league auction, got them both at $1. Absolutely. At the very end, Andy could speak for it. Nate Lowe, I was pumping for the last couple years. Wasn't getting the playing time in Tampa. Back and forth, up and down. Finally gets traded to Texas, and he is crushing it. He's actually stealing bases. He's got, I think, 4 stolen bases now in the year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. For a first baseman, that's something I would never have thought.
I told you to throw him back, too.
You told me to throw him back, and I said,
I got him cheaper. And you got him cheaper.
I did. But no, he's up to 6 home runs. He started the season a little hot, slowed down, and it was that period where people were like, all right, maybe the hype was not real. Let's drop him. now he's coming back together. I mean, he's hitting well. It's almost hitting 300. He's got 7 homers, 25 RBIs, 4 stolen bases. That's pretty impressive. And then I got to go back to Cedric Mullins. Coming into the season, I was a fan of him last year. Wasn't as hot. He wasn't even a top 5 prospect in Baltimore's pool. But, comes up with the 50 grade speed, 60 grade speed, and he's crushing it. Leading off, batting over 300. He's got 4 stolen bases already. It's looking good. He's got 6 home runs.
Looks just like Corey Patterson. I swear to God.
Yeah, he's got 6 home runs. He's crushing it. He's always on base. Every time I look at that MLB app, it's constantly he scores. He's on base. It's doing great. Great dollar ad I had.
Andy, he has no idea who Corey Patterson is. He's a freaking millennial.
I know.
I just turned 30. Come on. Give me a break.
All right. Kudos to you on that, man.
That's a guy.
Andy, take a lap, brother.
All right. Well, my guy is a guy I've been on since 2012, and this is the first year he actually stepped up. Byron Buxton. I have 1 share in all my leagues because I just didn't want to take the risk again this year, and it's horrible because he's putting it all together. And as me and Jeff used to say from back in the day, age 27 year is the year where the guy usually puts it all together, stays healthy, which he didn't. And he's putting it all together. His batting average is out of control. He's batting like 370. He's got over 400 on base percentage, hitting a home run every 9 at bats. Once he gets back on the field, hopefully he can continue.
Yeah, there's just one problem, Andy.
What?
I'm coming back. Your victory lap is also my victory lap, because the reason that I faded this guy for his entire career is because he's always hurt again. How can you call that a victory lap? Like you crashed on the last turn.
He's bound for a week and he still has the best stats in baseball.
This is true. I'll give you that. All right. My victory lap is Byron Buxton being on the disabled list. No, I'm for Mr. Trevor Rogers of the Miami Marlins. You guys know I'm the FBI. I got him in the leagues, and he's killing it. He's pretty much one of the front runners so far. Looking at a 1.89 ERA, which normally you'd say, that's gonna fall back into place. But he has a 2.68 xERA, which is his expected ERA, which takes all the StatCast statistics into it. So he's only outperforming his xERA by a little bit, which means everything's real. 31% K rate, 50 strikeouts in 38 innings. I mean, what more do you want than that? That's beautiful. So that's my guy. I'm in right now. The last I looked, I was 14th overall in TGFBI. And it's Mr. Trevor Rogers. Okay. So let's move on to the crash and burn. We talked some positive. So Nick, tell me what's hurting you.
Not a true crash and burn yet, but Christian Yelich and the IL is killing us right now. Hopefully he comes back soon. Earlier podcast, we talked about it. I called Mercedes on the White Sox. What is it, 92 Toyota Corolla? He's going to crash and burn at some point. Yeah, I'm wrong. He is crushing it still. One guy I was pretty big on, and really, hopefully he turns it around soon, is Bobby Dahlbeck. Thought he was going to be that 30-homer bat. He's off to a very slow start, so I'm still hoping for that pushback.
Yeah, all right. I hear you. Andy, what's your crash and burn so far?
All right, I'm going to admit this right now on air in front of every viewer that's here. My TGFBI league, the whole team is a crash and
the
burn
whole team?
because I chose Raul Mondesi Jr.
We yelled at you for that.
No shit. Oh, I know. So, yeah.
If a man was to call himself Adalberto Mondesi, you know how it goes. So I told you to leave the man alone, and you drafted him anyway. And all right, so I don't feel sorry for you this time, bro.
No.
All right, so that's that. I crash and burn. It's pretty easy. It was the wrong Keller. Brad Keller is absolutely terrible, and everybody that runs in my circle knows how much I hyped him up and how much I was in love with the guy at a round purchase. and we did nothing except fall flat on our face with that. Franchi Cordero gets a runner-up on that. I was getting ready to call my crash and burn Mad Bum, but then he set on fire, and he's a stud now. So what else are you going to do? I don't know. All right. After the crashes and burn, usually hit a rant one. Got something about. Nick, you with me?
Yeah.
No rant.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you. You're breaking up a little
We
bit.
can't hear you. You broke up there for a second.
So, Nick, you're right.
My bad. Technical difficulties. Trevor was late from work. Our producer, my son Trevor, was late from work, so I had to use a different computer. And now I got a bad internet connection, so I'm sorry, my friends. Go for it, Nick.
My rant, I'm going complete different. I'm going on a football rant for a second. As you see, I'm wrong side, pointing wrong side here. I'm a diehard Jets fan. NFL draft this past weekend, 2 weekends ago, and I think they absolutely crushed it with their picks. Starting to read a couple articles coming out. They are bashing us for the AVT pick, the Elijah Vera Tucker pick, saying how we traded up way too much. We gave up too many assets to get this guard, and I'm dumbfounded. I can't believe people are actually writing this. The weakest position in our team, we have a quarterback who looks like he's 10 years old. We need to protect him. You got to get that man assets. You trade up and get the third best lineman in the draft, the top interior lineman in the draft. You give up 2 third-round picks. You get a fourth back. And then I was reading the Jets were prepared to take Elijah Moore with that 23rd pick if Vera Tucker was gone. They got him at 34. They were taking Michael Carter with their second, third-round pick, which they got him in the 4th. So, in actuality, they hit it out of the park. I can't believe people are actually saying Vera Tucker was not a good value pick. If he turns, I've seen Quentin Nelson even talked about, not the same kind of player, but he brings you some kind of impact like that with him and Becton on that left side. These articles are gonna be a joke come next year. Freezing cold takes.
People looking for clicks.
That's it. That's all it is. It's garbage.
Yeah. All right, I hear you. Andy, you got anything you want to run your mouth about before we move on to the topic of the day, which is baseball and no-hitters?
Yeah, I was actually going to bring – I was at Disney last week, so I was going to bring something up about some crazy person I saw on a roller coaster with a puppet and a selfie stick taking a video. And then one of my friends said, you know what? I was like telling my wife, I'm like, what the hell is this girl doing? And
it wasn't you?
No, my friend's like, yeah, he's like, she could be doing a YouTube show. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to rip on her for doing that because she'll be watching us ripping on us because we don't have puppets. So my rant is, a positive rant. And I'm going to try to stay with it today. But Drew Robinson, you guys hear this story with this kid? I'm just blown away by it. He tried to commit suicide last year, lost his right eye, got his life back together, actually tried to make a comeback in baseball and made the AAA Giants. Got his first hit the other day with one eye. People can't hit with two. He hit with one eye. And yesterday he hit a home run. It brings tears to my eyes.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
I know other people were talking about and stuff, but it really affected me, so I wanted to bring it up. Anything on you, Jeff?
All right. I'm sorry about my internet. That's a pain in the ass. I'm sorry. All right. Let's move on to the pick of the day. We're going to talk some no-hitters first before we break into some of the teams. And one of the teams that we've been seeing get no-hit left and right is the Cleveland Indians. Guys, I think there's so many no-hitters this year. Is there anything out there that is kind of jumping out at you? We've already seen, 2 before the end of May?
Yeah.
It's only the second time.
4 already. There's 4 already.
Anything you got that could
you see the use?
Yeah, well, I'm saying it's only that's what right. It's the second season. I'm sorry, with 4 before the end of May, and it should have been 5.
I was just gonna say it should be 5.
7 innings don't count. So let's move on. Obviously, the dip in batting average. Obviously, this is the worst batting average in the major leagues in a long time. It's like in the 240s. People are all about.
It's 234 as of today.
It dropped even more since the last time I looked. People are all about
Yep.
elevating and celebrating, but with that comes a lot of strikeouts. And it seems like they're having problems hitting the lefties too, as most of the no-hitters have been with lefties.
Interesting.
And the Indians.
Nick, any feedback on the no-hitter situation?
Yeah, it's just wild. I mean, I count. I think Mad Bum should have counted, but I mean that's just my personal opinion. But it's just wild. It's the change of the ball. I mean, this batting average. I mean, you take a look at some of these averages in the average lineup, and it's dipping like crazy. You're just looking at the Cleveland Indians. I mean, they can't hit anything. It's just wild. I mean,
they got no hit twice. They
Yeah.
got no hit twice. This is the first time since 1918 that's happened that a team has been no hit twice before June.
That's wild. We were talking over 100 years right there.
I mean, Byron Buxton's batting 370. All right, I'm just gonna throw.
That's an issue.
Wow.
He's juicing up.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
All right. So let's talk about the Indians a little bit. They got one of the better rotations in the league. They got a great bullpen. Their lineup leaves quite a bit to be desired. Nick, why don't you start off and tell me what you got on the Indians lineup from a fantasy perspective.
Horrible. Is that a nice word to say? Outside of Jose Ramirez, Franmil Reyes, I mean, it's ugly. Eddie Rosario had some good seasons in the past. He's struggling a bit while he's there. It's just, I mean, Cesar Hernandez is batting 202. Rosario's under 200. Jimenez is under 200. Austin Hedges is currently their starting catcher. He is.
Don't count him as a hitter.
Yeah, no, he's terrible.
Ahmed Rosario is better than he's shown.
Ahmed Rosario is definitely better. He's gonna improve.
The problem with the entire lineup that you just said is that their entire lineup is streaky hitters. All they do is they go in hot spots where they're the best hitter in baseball for 2 months, and then they disappear. A lot of them are like that, and that's what's happening.
Well, I was looking up the stats today on some of the batters, and it blows my mind that Franmil Reyes struck out 37 times this year. That's crazy. He's striking out a high K right there.
They don't care. They don't care about the strikeouts.
No. But then again, and then you got their other catcher, Perez. He's on the IL. I mean, this team's hurting right now.
So do I fade Shane Bieber? I would say yes, because his price is astronomical. The win is probably not there, and he's actually shown a little setback a little bit. He's been giving up a couple of runs and getting hit a little bit. The Royals were hitting him on a little bit, but I still think that some of the other guys, if they're a little cheaper, I would go like Savali.
Savali, Plesac, they're both doing pretty well. Savali's crushing it right now. Yeah. He's on fire. He's 5-0, I think he is currently. Got 5 wins. Now he's been phenomenal. Great late round pick. I know we talked about him earlier on in the offseason, but he's doing great for them.
Yep. So Andy, any of these players finding their way in your cash lineups for DFS lately?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I need people who, they're cheap. They're cheap right now, but until they show a little thing, I can't take a zero in the lineup.
No, that's bad.
Not even if it's $100 zero.
Oh, if they got one of those things, yeah, I'll take a chance.
All right.
The best thing about the Indians is their bullpen. I love watching Clase
the pen is nuts.
And Karinchak. Those guys are amazing.
Karinchak's numbers are through the roof right now. He is lights out. I mean, Devin Williams was considered coming into the season the top setup man in baseball, and right now Karinchak has that title unless he takes over at some point.
The past couple of times I've seen Clase pitch, I feel like I'm watching Armando Benitez. Scary.
Yeah, it's a good comparison.
Good comparison, actually. Benitez, right?
The good Armando.
Oh, no, he was never good. He always gave me a heart attack.
Well, the thing about Karinchak, though, is I don't even think he needs the role to be a top 10 reliever. I have him in TGFBI, and I'm rolling him out there every week. He's got an ERA below 0.5, 30 strikeouts in 17 innings. He gets wins, he gets saves. He got a win today I mean, what more do you want from this guy?
Yeah.
He's a star. If he were if he were a ninth inning role guy, I'd be in first place in TGFBI right now. I took him in like the 6th round, I think. And I was a little upset about that at first because I could have had Chris Bryant there and, gone with my guy Melancone later on. That probably would have put me in place at this point, but I didn't do that. And now I'm sitting here, but Karinchak just in. I benched him for a week and I regretted it. Like I couldn't get a starting pitcher that was better than that.
Ooh.
So
You got a football.
you guys got anything else on the Indians?
No, Nick is getting excited because he sees a football
I
question.
see a football question. I get excited when I see that.
Trey.
No, with the Indians though, I mean they have a good farm coming up. I mean Nolan Jones, he's been alternate. I mean third base is blocked, but he's been alternating between first base and outfield. So I think you see him before the summer hits. And then Tyler Freeman, he looks pretty decent probably for next year though. I mean McKenzie's up now, so he's a work in progress, but the farm definitely looks pretty decent.
Nothing's going to help him this year.
No, nothing's going to help him this year.
All right. Well, I just went max headroom for a minute and again. So did you mention Bobby Bradley?
No, he had a good spring, but he has like a 45 K rate. Good luck with that. You kidding me? He's just going to join in with the fun.
And then your boy is sitting there, Jeff, in the farm a couple years away. Espino, he's going to be fun. He's going to be awesome.
Yeah. But listen, back to Bradley though. It doesn't matter how much you strike out anymore. The league average is 234. Like if he could come up and jack a few, who cares?
Yeah.
If he's batting 230, right? In this 2 months ago, but that's where we're at now. If the batting average is that far down, can't we just accept it?
Doesn't everybody jack one out now? I'd rather jack one out with a 260 average than a 212 average.
Yeah. But you can't find it. You find that.
I know. Byron Buxton. Yo, Jeff, real quick. Nick is getting excited because he sees a question.
We got a football question here.
Football question. All right, jump on Trey.
Let's see, Trey. We got Carson Wentz and Daniel Jones.
All right, Trey.
Who will have the better year? I am going Carson Wentz, personally.
Exactly.
He stays healthy. He's proven to be league MVP status.
And he holds the ball.
Holds the ball. Doesn't trip on his own 2 feet. Doesn't get tackled by a ghost. Wentz, when he was healthy, before the injury, was crushing it for Philly. Helped him get to the Super Bowl. I mean, he didn't do it, but he got him to the divisional round, and Nick took care of the rest.
Yeah,
but,
he did all the work.
But I think Wentz is going to have – he's got good talent there. He's got Pittman. He's got Hilton back. Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. Hines is his scat back. Could be his Darren Sproles there. I got to go Wentz there. Daniel Jones is playing for his job basically this year because if he tanks it out, he could be out of a job. Gettleman could be out of a job, and they're looking for a new quarterback next year.
Very good buy low. I like it.
Yeah. Yep. Very good buy, especially in a 1 QB redraft. Late teen, 12, 13 round. If you can get him there, it's a steal.
It looks like it's official. My son canceled the show, but continue.
Better luck next time.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? I just see. Oh well. All right. So let's move back onto baseball. Thanks for taking Nick. Let's talk.
There's your question, Jeff.
Screwing me the hell up. All right. So let's
Can I take that question real quick?
Yeah,
let me do it.
Perfect question.
I'm all fired up about this.
Take the question.
Take the question.
We were actually going to talk about how the Mets were horrible. All right, the Mets were horrible. They couldn't hit the ball. They're still winning somehow, but they're not hitting the ball. And what did they need to break out? Happy Harvey Day. They came through and blew him up. I had 5 shirts of Harvey I threw out like a couple of years ago. I'm done with them. All right, and you should be too. Keep on to Luis Castillo, Joe from Staten Island.
The Dark Knight does not rise.
Bro, we just totally had it. We just totally had a WFAN moment, huh? That's great. All right, Andy, let's talk about your Mets. I don't know if your dad Jerry's watching, but I'm sure he's got a lot to say.
He's
about
watching.
That.
My father-in-law's watching from North Carolina. We got everybody watching.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully they have better internet connection than I do.
No crap.
All right, so move.
All right, the Mets. Let's go with the
We'll
Mets.
get
Let's
through
go
Meet the
with the
Mets. Meet the
All right.
Mets.
The bats
Bring
are
it.
coming alive.
All you, bro. I put you front and center. So
All they need was Matt Harvey to come through. They're actually winning a bunch of games in a row, and they're in first place. Even with all the injuries to their pitching staff, DeGrom's going to rest for 2 weeks. They'll get through the 2 weeks, and DeGrom will be back. Maybe they'll score some runs for DeGrom, but he still doesn't get any run support. But my boy that I've been hyping since the beginning of the season was Taijuan Walker, and he has lived up to every bit of that contract. I love the guy. He's finally healthy, and he's solidifying that rotation. Even with the setbacks to Carrasco, DeGrom, Noah's still hurt. They got a lot of injuries, but he's holding the fort.
Hey, Andrew Vaughn just hit his first home run. Live
there you
update.
go. Breaking news. We're back in the game.
Oh, back in it.
So Andy. So is there anybody that's going to fill in while DeGrom's out that might be on the fantasy radar? Is Joey Lucchesi possibly getting a start here or there?
He has, and he's been hit or miss. I can still hit him right now. His stuff isn't that great.
You could not hit him.
Yes, I can. I have a 50 and 60 power. Yes, I can.
Right.
So
he left the UB State bucket last year.
I know. I would. Jerry's watching right now too, so he would tell you that. Lucchese's going to fill in a little bit. They've been running with. They picked up Tommy Hunter, who's coming in, starting as an opener and coming in doing 2-3 innings at a time too. They're trying to piece it together. The bats are going to start getting hot. McNeil has been put in his place by Lindor, and everything's going to be fine.
Sounds confident.
Yeah, man. As Mike said from, right. I think he's from Manalapan. Right, Mets will win the World Series. All right.
Oh God.
All right. Okay. You heard it. How much Red Bull?
A lot.
It is the fantasy six pack, so we are supposed to be drinking a little bit,
And then in the comments from Joe from Staten Island, LaRusso was probably sit Vaughn tomorrow for some no name they signed up the streets.
They said they were going to bring in Pujols and
to be the way
Vaughn.
that
yeah. I'm sure Pujols will get some playing time over him too. It'll work perfectly. Waiting for it.
All right.
Mets are looking good, though. Blew up today, finally.
Yeah. Taiwan's on fire. What's next, Jeff? If you are
let's talk a little bit more global out of this. I think one of you guys might go on a little bit of rant. So let's talk about trading in fan real quick. I want to read a quote from Chris Greer, the general manager of the Miami Dolphins. Back here. He said, "To me, it's never about winning a trade. It's about being open, honest, and working towards getting a deal both sides feel good about." Now, how do you guys feel about that quote compared to some of the things that you've seen in some fantasy leagues and that you've heard out there in the world, and what's going with people trying to trade? Go for it, man.
Ready? One word. Ready for it? Morons! They're all morons.
Yep.
These people are horrible. They send you trades without looking at your roster. They just say, "Oh yeah, let's take your best player for these 3 scrubs." No. All right. The best thing is you always want to get the best player in a deal, or you just want to have a deal where it works out for both of you. Like Jeff said, you can't send these stupid trades and then expect to get pissed off when we press reject. But morons, there you go, right on the bottom. You go, Nick, because I'm done.
I think that's 100% nail on the head. Unless you're doing for needs, Jeff and I in our Dynasty League actually had a great trade between the two of us. Garrett Cole for Mike Trout. I mean, that filled the need on both of our teams, but you're getting some of these deals. I mean, I see it with football too. If you get people sending you the offers, "Oh, here's my 3 for 1, 4 for 1. Here's 3 10th round players for your first round pick." No, get the hell out of here. Reject, denied. And I'm going to send you back an equally as awful offer just to make fun of you. So that's just my take on that.
I got one more moron. One more.
Yeah.
Ready? It's Joe from Staten Island. We're talking about Brody Van Wagenen on my show on the night that Kelnick's coming in tomorrow. You're a moron. That pisses me off. I'm sick of it. I want to see
Ooh.
Kelnick be a superstar like Trout because it's going to happen. Brody Van Wagenen. Boom.
Hey, Robbie Cano's doing good. 10 years ago.
Somebody mute him, please.
What?
Come on. He's not suspended right now. Yet.
All right. So anything else on trades, guys?
It's just got to work for both parties. I mean, like I just said, if someone sends me a terrible offer, I'm going to send an equally as awful, insulting offer back and then just ignore the rest of it.
Dude, the easiest way I do it is I don't even send an offer. I reach out to the person, say, who do you like for my team? I get a list, and then I come back and I make an offer. That's the way you go. You're going to send them guys that are your ninth best pitcher, and you're going to try to offer him to me. I didn't tell you I liked him. Reach out to the guy. It's easier.
Speaking of trades, you got a question there, Jeff?
Yeah.
What do you got there, Andy?
For what?
Carlos Rodon, sell or keep?
Who's that? Who's that? Donnie from Clark?
Donnie from Jersey. We're here.
Kid looks good. I mean, he was a high draft pick. He looks healthy. His wife put him into a regimen in the offseason because he got non-tendered, and then he got some a low contract to come back with the White Sox. So he has a lot to prove, and I think he's doing it. I don't mind if you sell high right now. You could sell high.
I would.
But
I would sell high on him right now. If he comes crashing back to earth, you get nothing. Sell high while you can.
All right, so Donnie, sell high.
Sell. Let's see.
All right, guys. Let's talk about some things that are going on in the news right now. Andy just talked about Kelenic, but we also see that Logan Gilbert's getting called up, and he'll be starting tomorrow as well. Are you guys excited? There's a good opportunity there. I do the NFC pickup article on Fantasy Six Pack every Sunday morning. Is this somebody that we're going to be dumping a lot of fab on in NFBC formats or even in redraft and home leagues as well? What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. He's 12-man leagues. He's a must add. Even 10s, you got to start looking at him. He's a must add. That he's coming. He's going to be up for the season. He's not going back down. He's a top tier prospect. I just made the ads in a couple leagues when he was available. Definitely do it. What do you got, Andy?
I agree. I love Logan Gilbert for years now. I've had him on a couple of teams. So tomorrow's going to be a very exciting day, bittersweet day with Kelnick and Gilbert pitching.
Are you going to watch?
It's killing me, man. It's really killing me.
You going to watch? You going to watch at least?
No, because you bring Brody Van Wagenen in for 1 year and you let him trade your best asset.
God.
I can't get over it. I can't get over it.
Robbie Cano. That's Chapman's coming in for the save. There you go, Jeff.
All right. Let's sting in a little bit, okay? Nick, any players that you're really focused on right now? Anybody that's jumping that maybe you either added or you're looking to add that's really lighting it on fire or disappointing? Anybody you want to focus on?
Yeah, I earlier in the season, probably like was it week 1 or 2 before his first start, he was called up. Huascar Yanoa, he's crushing it. He's not even a top 30 prospect on Pipeline on the Braves thing. It's crazy. He was viewed as a relief pitcher. Came in
crushing it with his bat too. Oh my God.
Yeah, he had a granny. He's got 2 home runs this year.
He's got more home runs than Gleyber Torres.
Yeah, absolutely insane. I mean, he wasn't even a top 30 prospect. He was viewed as a relief pitcher. He got flushed into the rotation because of the injuries. Soroka's injured. All this is going on, and he is absolutely crushing it right now. His ERA is he's under 2.3 ERA, over 40 strikeouts. He's got 4 wins. His WHIP is under a 1. Right now, he's a clear front runner for NL Rookie of the Year. His slider's nasty. He's got a high K rate.
Trevor Rogers.
Trevor Rogers. He's got competition now. But balls in play right now, I think the batting average is like in the 220s. So the batting average is low around the entire league, but He's still good. And then Kyle Wright, as Joe says, is going to come in and blow up the rest of the games. I'd say he's doing great. I added him all over. I think I have him in TGFBI as well, or RazSlam. I got him in one of those two, and definitely helping out. What do you got, Andy?
I got two players I want to talk about. Jack Flaherty on the Cardinals. He's 6-0. You know he has 61 runs of support when he pitches. How can you not be 6-0? Actually, 49 of the runs have been when he's still in the game.
DeGrom's jealous.
Oh, God. DeGrom would have 250 wins by now. But another guy, on the other team, on the same team, is Dylan Carlson. He's a guy I think if he's available or you could buy low. I mean, he's not looking great right now. I mean, he's batting 300, which is good. He was supposed to be a power and speed guy. He just has the power. He has 0 stolen bases right now, which is mind-boggling. But he is batting second in the lineup in front of Goldie and Arenado, which could be preventing that. Tons of runs scored, driving the ball, showing patience at the plate. He could be also a dark horse rookie of the year candidate in front of Trevor Rogers.
Hey, you got Mitch Haniger down there too in the comment section. He's crushing it too. I think he's in double-digit home run category now.
It's a good story.
Yeah.
Good story. Me and Jeff got him in a bunch of spots.
All right. The first guy, yes, I got him everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. So the first guy I want to talk about, and I'm hoping that you guys are hearing me well because my internet connection is terrible.
Yep.
Is Vidal Bruhan of the Tampa Bay Rays. They're like the Indians and the Mets. They're bottom feeders in batting average. They're just not scoring runs. They strike out too much. And Bruhan brings the complete opposite. You know, so far he's popped 4 home runs, 136 OPS in the minors. He's been on base in every single game so far. Steal bases with the best of them. 12.8 K percentage throughout his career. And Andy, he's one of your guys. He's got a 1-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio throughout his career so far. The Rays have the most strikeouts in the game, and they're in the bottom third of the league in runs scored and on base percentage. And he might be on the horizon. He might give them a little bit of a boost. You guys get ready to buy on him?
100%.
Yeah, you know what else they're doing? They're putting him in the outfield as well to create more versatility for him, so they can put him all over, so he could play all the time up there. The surprise is his power. He has never shown this kind of power, and it's developing. You know, he's elevating and celebrating. But I sound like Walt Frazier when I say that. But you know, he has great.
Hey, it's okay to watch a Knicks game now.
It is.
We can talk all day about that, but I don't want to get this show too long. But he has 70 speed, so he'll be getting tons of stolen bases for you as well.
That farm system's nice. You're gonna have him and Wander Franco potentially up this year. That's very exciting. Luis Patino's up now. I mean, they got some good prospects.
McCallahan.
Yeah, he looks good too. Team's looking nasty. Hopefully Franco's up pretty soon.
Well,
just stashing and waiting.
On base, and hopefully Bruhan could solve that for him because nobody else is doing it. Another guy I should have used as my victory lap, but my goodness, Jared Walsh. What a stud this kid is. Have you guys been paying attention to this?
He's crushing it.
He's back in the fourth.
He's killing
Yeah,
it.
probably the first.
He caused them to drop Albert Pujols.
A Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Oh. Poor kid.
Yeah, it's probably the first time that Trout has actually had some protection up. I don't think he's ever really had that before.
No,
it's not a one-man show. And he's killing it.
Doing great.
He's
crushing
ridiculous.
it.
Yeah, that top of that lineup. That 1, 2, 3, 4 stack every day is DFS gold, man. You can't do much better than that.
Rendon can't stay on the field.
I'm loving him, man. I have him in TGFBI as well. I drafted him. I think it was like 90 spots after ADP. I got a massive steal on him. It was just such a bargain. I had to jump on it.
Donnie from Clark was asking about Arrieta. Just canceling your team, bro.
You guys have anything else before we take off today? I wanted to go a little bit longer. All right.
Okay.
So guys, you could check out my pitching primer and my NFBC Fab article on Sundays. The pitching primer is generally on Fridays, and every other day that I have a day that I don't have to work 12 hours, I can do it. Thank Fantasy Six Pack and Joe Bond, for giving us this opportunity. You guys could definitely check out the Fantasy Six Pack Hour tomorrow, right here at 9 p.m. with Joe Bond and AJ Howarth. Andy, you have anything intelligent to say before we get out of here?
I think I've already said too much about this, but I hate Brody Van Wagenen. That's all I gotta say. I'm just going through depression right now. I'm getting a little worried about this. I'm just very upset. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's all I got to say.
All right, Nick. What do you got to close up with, Nick?
Yeah, that's watching Chapman. Hopefully, get the save right now. We'll be here every week. Jeff and I are in the Scott Fishbowl. So once we get closer to football season, we'll be talking that. I was in it last year, made the playoffs year one, and then Mahomes and Murray decided to take a crap first round of the playoffs. So didn't make it past there, but no, I'm excited about football season too. Baseball's steamrolling right now. Good time of year. Football draft's over. OTAs are coming. It's a nice time for fantasy sports in general right now.
Nick's going to the playoffs. What's up?
Nick's going to the playoffs. Jared Kalenic could have been in the outfield for the Mets right now, as per Joe. Just don't watch baseball tomorrow.
Yeah, we can't just let that.
Andy, just stay away from the TV tomorrow. Stay far away.
But the Mets brought up Khalil Lee. Maybe he'll make his debut tomorrow.
They did. Maybe he'll have a
Is
better
that a
batting average
consolation
tomorrow.
prize?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Makes it feel better.
It's like Mike Trout and some scrub sitting next to him. No. As he said, Alberto Almora. Yeah, let him run into the wall again.
Ooh, that hurts.
All right, guys. From the bottom of my heart, everybody, thank you out there for watching. Our next time with the internet connection, I'm sorry. He's at the first guy in the history of Twitter, at AMAC22NJ. I'm at JTrella20. And as we go, man, let's take us out. Trevor, thanks for all you do for us. Appreciate it. Peace.
Thanks for listening, guys. Later.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.